Hi, welcome back everybody, it's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy. In this particular video, I'm going to take a closer look at the brand new Cobra 2020 lineup of the fairway wood, the hybrid and the new iron in the new model called the SpeedZone. So recently done a video talking about the driver, the technology that's going to be introduced to the driver. Unfortunately at this point, as I'm producing this video, I haven't got samples to hit. Well, I'm not allowed to show you hittable numbers until embargo is lifted, which I believe is early January. So this is literally just a quick look at the technology involved and some very different technology, especially in the iron. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, show you the range, give you a bit of idea what's happening, and obviously then full review videos with numbers will follow in January. Okay, so we're going to start off with the fairway wood first, and first of all we're seeing is that CNC milled face. We've seen that with the driver. Obviously in the driver it's more of that wrap around that you'll have seen in the video that I talked about in the images I put up there. This isn't an infinity face, it's just a normal sort of club face that you're going to see, but it is CNC milled, so it's 5 times more precise than a non-CNC milled face. So this is helping to create ball speed up and across the club face. So the next bit of technology that Cobra are offering in the fairway woods is a flex zone. So we've got 2 rails on the sole of the club, and these rails are now hollow. So what Cobra's saying is the hollow rail will flex more than a solid rail, so that creates a lot more flexing in the club face and a 70% hotter area from that heel to the toe. So again, it's promoting that higher launch, lower sort of spin, that ease of launch, again ultimately more forgiveness in that club face. So really pleased to see that Cobra are keeping in those rails in the sole. So the baffler rails, as they've been called, we've seen it many models previously with the Cobras, and it's staying in for the SpeedZone Fairway, which is, I think, is a great advantage because we've seen some really good results with those. You know, how it sort of stabilises the club coming through that turf, through that impact area. I think they make a really good addition of keeping that club face square as much as it can do through that grass as it interacts with it through that low point. So good news, baffler rails are staying in there for the new SpeedZone Fairway woods. And then similar to the driver, we've now got a carbon crown on the head of the club. So obviously that weight that is saved by replacing the titanium crown with a carbon crown, that discretionary weight is then going to be redistributed lower in the club face. Again, it's all about ease of use, especially from those maybe tighter fairway lies you might get. With the rails is also going to help that, but with that weight lower and deeper in that club face, or club head should I say, is going to create a more ease of launch and flight of that golf ball. Okay, so moving into the hybrid now. So some very similar technology to what we're seeing in the fairway wood, as you'd expect. They sort of let that sort of carry on through the whole range. So hybrid, again, we're seeing those hollow rails there with that flex zone basically there, which is again creating more speed across that club face. We've got some back weighting in the head, which creates a very low CG placement in the club head. Again, higher launch of those shots. Possibly with that hybrid, you're going to see shots maybe out of that rough a little bit. You want to get that ball up and out quickly. That low CG placement and back in that club head is going to allow you to achieve that, for that a little bit more of that higher launch and a bit more of a descent angle when it comes into land and those softer landings into the greens. So the profile of the head of the hybrid is a little bit larger than a traditional hybrid, is what Cobra is saying here. So maybe a slightly larger footprint. So if you're into that hybrid area but you don't like that too big a look, this might not be the one for you. But also the positive of having that slightly larger head is that higher MOI. So again, moment of inertia, less twist nose, off-centre hits, basically is making this club more forgiving and ease of flight again and use through all those multiple lies you get faced with out on the golf course. And then the last thing, the hybrid is also offered in the 1 length version as well. So if you prefer that sort of 7-iron length with that hybrid, that little bit more, maybe more of that control, and obviously if you've got the 1 length irons in there, they would sort of marry in with the set quite nicely. That is also available in the new SpeedZone hybrid. Okay, so finally moving into the new SpeedZone iron, and something very different and something very new in the SpeedZone iron that we've maybe not seen before, and I don't think I've seen this before, is an actual carbon top line. So what you'll see is at the top edge of the club, as you put that club down by the ball, you're very noticeably going to see a replacement of the steel in that section of the head replaced with a carbon fibre. So 40% lighter, so they're saving 3 grams of weight there. Discretionary weight, again, that's going to be shoved down in the bottom of the club head, Again, it's increasing ball speed, ease of use of flight, and getting that ball up and away. So this iron is very much aimed at that sort of, probably that mid to high handicap, a very forgiving iron. Probably going to be a powerful iron as well. I've not got any specs or the lofts at this stage, but I expect they're going to be pretty strong, and they're going to be quite a distance club, but with loads of forgiveness. So we've got the speed back shaping, so a little bit more stability is what we're talking a little bit now. So extreme weight in that heel and toe section creates that higher MOI. So we've got more weight in the heel and the toe. On those off-center hits, we're going to get less twisting. So again, that higher MOI, easy to say, higher MOI. So ultimately, again, it's ball speed on those miss hits, and you'll miss in the middle of the golf club. We've got some stability there to help you keep the accuracy, but also that ball speed. So there's yet more help to keep your ball speed up and keep your distance on your golf shots through this power shell technology, is what Cobra are calling it. So a very large, thin face with a bigger undercut is allowing, again, the face to be flexing as much as it possibly can legally. Again, across the club face, miss hits, it's all about keeping that ball speed up and keeping your miss hits much better. And then the final little piece of the jigsaw is the medallion that goes into the back of the head is a dampening tuner. So it's a material that basically is going to dampen vibration. So I think as carbon's put in there and weight's being shifted around, and we've got pockets and cavities, acoustics change, don't they? They get sometimes a little bit loud, a bit more vibrating possibly. So a dampening tuner in the back section, which is the medallion, which is where the logo is of the actual iron, is helping to disperse that sound and that vibration to give that sort of as best feel as it possibly can from that type of iron. As always, all the Cobra clubs feature the Cobra Connect, the RCOS system there, so you can track your shots when you're out on the golf course, see your patterns in terms of distance and dispersion of each particular club that you've got in the bag, basically. And that comes all within the price. There's no extra cost, which I think is a great advantage of the Cobra. The price point is always really, really good with Cobra, a little bit less than maybe other big brands out there. And I think that's been received very popular, especially this year in 2019. And I believe the prices are staying very similar going into 2020, which is a big positive for you guys purchasing. Okay guys, so there we go. There's a little quick glimpse at the technology coming into the new 2020 SpeedZone fairway woods, the hybrids and the irons. Some very different technology in the irons with that carbon fibre top line. Again, sorry I haven't got the product to hit for you at this point, but I just wanted to get those features out to you, give you a bit of an idea what is coming. Obviously, as soon as I get the equipment, which I will be getting, I will be doing my full review videos, which will be landing as soon as the embargo is lifted in the UK, and those videos will be out there for you to watch, so do stay tuned. So if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button, ring the bell, so when those videos come out, you'll be one of the very first ones to watch it and you will not miss a thing. Appreciate you watching the video as always. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up, share the video around, follow me up on social media platforms, both Instagram and Twitter, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.